In this section, I am going to discuss about types of consumers and the classification of cost of electrical energy in economic aspects of power generation. Actually, the loads are classified for two types. One is for the peak load, another one is for the base load. The loads are classified into two types. One is for the peak load. Actually, the supply system are classified for two types. One is for the AC supply system, another one is for the DC supply system. AC supply system, DC supply system. But the maximum 95% to 99% were utilized for the AC power. The DC we are using for the electric traction. But at present, we are using in the electric traction also, that is induction motor, that is the AC supply. For charging the battery, we are used for DC supply. Remaining all the purpose we are used for the AC. Maximum 99% we are utilized for the AC. 1 or 2% we are used for the DC power supply. And the DC we are used for the electric traction. But recently, last 2 to 3 years back, the technology is developed. That is also they are used for the induction motor, that is AC supply. Here, in this the characteristic, x-axis they are taken for the time in hour, x-axis they are taken in the time in hour, and y-axis they are taken for kilowatt or megawatt. Y-axis they are taken for kilowatt or megawatt. For example, you can take any one of the power plants, that is thermal power plants. We have taken the example is thermal power plant. The plant capacity is 500 megawatt. The plant capacity is 500 megawatt and the generation capacity is 480 megawatt. The generation capacity is 480 megawatts. In that the particular power plant, the base load is 340 megawatt, 340 megawatt, and the peak load is 435 megawatts. Here we have taken the example thermal power plants. We have taken the example thermal power plant. In that the particular thermal power plant, the plant capacity is 50 megawatt, but the generation capacity is 480 megawatt. In that the particular power plant, the base load is 340 megawatt and the peak load is 435 megawatts. And the peak load is 435 megawatts. Now, the base load in the sense throughout the period in a day, throughout the period, the load is maintained for constant. That is nothing but the base load. Throughout the period, the demand is constant. That is nothing but the base load. Within short interval of time, the load is increasing. Again, it is coming from the actual position that is represent for the peak load. In base load, that is 340 megawatt and the peak load is 435 megawatt. The base load complete in a day 24 hours, in a year 365 days. It is not dependent on the season. That is either summer season or winter season, rainy season. All the time the load is maintained for constant. That is nothing but the base load. That is unvarying load. The peak load means based upon the season and time to time and day to day it should be varying. That is in between 340 to 435 megawatt. It is not always maintained for 335 megawatt. Some of the time 355 megawatt or 360 or 370 or 410, 415 megawatts. 415 megawatts. This is represent for the peak load. Peak load means within short interval of time, the load is increasing. That is unexpected load or unexpected load. Suddenly it should be varying. Again, it is coming from the actual position. That is only within short interval of time. That is either half an hour or 1 hour, maximum 2 or 2.5 hour time duration. On an average per day, the peak hours we are getting 4 hours or 4 to 5 hours per day. 4 to 5 hours per day. That is 3 times the early morning, afternoon, and then evening. Early morning, that is 5 to 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. and afternoon 12 to 2 p.m. 12 to 2 p.m. and the evening 4 to up to 9:30 or 10 p.m. 9:30 or 10 p.m. Remaining all the time, the load is considered for the base load. In the particular power plant, that is thermal power plant, we have taken the example thermal power plant. The base load is 340 megawatt. Remaining all the time duration. Here on an average, here 2 hours, here 2 hours, here 4.5 hours. Total that is 8 hours. 8 hours is considered for the peak load. Remaining 16 hours that is considered for the base load. In this, the peak load, all the time the load is not maintained for constant. It should be varying. It should be varying. And day to day and then month to month, the peak load is not constant. Based upon the season, it should be varying. But base load, it is not depending for the season. It is not depending for every day. Almost all from all 365 days, the load is maintained for constant. In this, the graphical representation, the x-axis taken for the time, the each interval is 4 hours, and y-axis they are represent for the load in terms of megawatt. The load in terms of megawatt. The x-axis they are taken the time in hours, y-axis the load in kilowatt or megawatt. In this example, they are represent for the load in terms of megawatt. That is here the base load is 20 megawatt. The base load is 20 megawatt. Throughout the period, the load is maintained for constant. That is in a year 365 days, it is not dependent for the season, it is not dependent for the climate. From all the time, the load is constant, that is 20 megawatt. And the peak load within short interval of time, that is here you can observe, it should be varying from 4 a.m. to up to the 8 or 8:30 a.m. Again, it is coming from the actual position. And again, it should be started from 12 o'clock to again 12 to up to the slightly it should be increased to 4 o'clock to up to the night 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Again, it is coming from the actual position. This is nothing but the loads are classified for based upon the demand. There is two types of load. One is for the base load, another one is for the peak load. Base load means throughout the period, the load is maintained for constant. It is not depending for the season. It is not depending for the atmospheric condition. Throughout the time period, the load maintained for constant, that is nothing but the base load. The peak load means based upon the climate condition and based upon the season, it should be varying. And every time it is not maintained for constant, and every day the peak load is not same. It should be some of the time either 30 megawatt, in this figure 40 or 50 megawatt. But we are taken in the example thermal power plant, that is we are taken the example is nothing but 500 megawatt, that is nothing but the plant capacity, and the generation capacity is 480 megawatt. Generation capacity is 480 megawatt. But in that the particular power plant, that is 330 megawatt is base load, and 430 megawatt is considered for the peak load. That is in between. The peak load means in between, that is 330 to 430 megawatts. 330 to 430 megawatts. And the supply system are classified for two types. One is for AC supply system, another one is for the DC supply system. The supply system are classified for two types. One is for AC supply, another one is for the DC supply. And one more method, the supply are classified for single phase system, another one is for the three phase system. Again, it is classified for two types. One is for the single phase system. Single phase system means that is 240 volt, 2-wire system. Three phase in the sense that is we are represent for 440 volt, three phase, 3-wire or 4-wire system. Three phase, 3-wire or 4-wire system. The 4-wire system we are taken for the distribution purpose. That is for industrial consumer, they are taken for the 3 phase, 3-wire system. For agriculture and then irrigation purpose, we are taken for the 3 phase, 4-wire system. But all the places the load is maintained for constant, that is base load and then peak load. And types of load and then types of consumers. Actually, the consumers are classified for various types of consumer, that is domestical consumer, commercial consumer, industrial, municipal, irrigation, another one is for the traction load. That is the electric supply is required for all the persons. Without the electricity, we can't live. Which state or which country electricity is good, that state or that country is economically well developed. That country, that state are economically well developed. For example, you can take the domestical home appliances for us required for the electricity, and the commercial purpose, that is shop, and industrial purpose. Again, the industry are classified for three types: small scale industry, medium scale industry, another one is for the long scale industry. And the municipal load. The municipal load is used for the street light and the drainage purpose, the municipal water supply to the municipal water, and irrigation load, that is for agriculture purpose. Traction load, that is nothing but tram car in cities at present we are using for electric traction traction. For that purpose, we are used for this load. Generally, the domestic load, this is used for the domestical purpose. Here, the load is comes under for the single phase and then three phase load. The load is comes under for single phase and then three phase load. The single phase load is, that is 230 or 240 volt. Theoretically, we are studying for 230 volt, but plus or minus 12 volt variation is there. But practically, we are getting 218 volt. Some of the time we are getting for 240 volt, 242 volt. Generally, we are getting the voltage is 218 volt, and the three phase, that is 440 volt, 440 volt, that is three phase, three wire system or four wire system. Three phase, three wire or four wire system. Here, the practically we are getting 418 or 420 volt. Practically, we are getting 418 or 420 volt. This we can measure with the help of multimeter. Just we can insert in the socket the phase and the neutral. It should display in the multimeter. Or else practically we are running in the experiment. At that time we can measure in the machines lab. Already we are doing the number of experiment at a single phase as well as for the three phase. In the single phase system we are getting 218 volt, and three phase system we are getting 418 or then 420 volt. For domestical load, generally we are using for the lighting purpose, that is light, fan and then refrigerator, AC purpose. That is some of the maximum 80% they are taken the single phase system, and 15 to 20% they are taken for the three phase consumer. That is the domestical load is comes under for the lighting purpose, and the fan, television and charging the mobile, and used for laptop, refrigerator, pumping the water. This all comes under for the domestical load, and it is not dependent for the season. Only we are using the refrigerator based upon the season. The load it should be varying either 15 to 30 kWh, 15 to 30 kWh. And commercial load, this is used for the shopkeepers based upon the season. The load it should be varying. Here used for shop, fan, light, and then AC. The next based upon the based upon the shop, they are used for the missions. Here the load it should be varying. And industrial load, it is classified for three types of industry. One is for small scale industry. Another one is medium scale industry, and next one is for the large scale industry. In small scale industry, the load used up to 25 kilowatt. In medium scale industry, the load used, that is 25 to 100 kilowatt. In large scale industry, that is they are connected the load or used the load greater than 500 kilowatt. Based upon the industry, that is either small scale industry, medium scale industry or large scale industry, the power consumption is different. For small scale industry, the load used up to 25 kilowatt, and medium scale industry, that is 25 or 50 to 100 kilowatt, and large scale industry greater than 500 kilowatts. And the industrial consumer, it should be different thing. The power is different because they are connected for the secondary transmission line or primary distribution line. They are taking the separate feeder. In the industrial consumer premises, they are kept for the step down transformer. Based upon the requirement, they are step down. That is the 33 kV to 11 kV or 11 kV to 440 volt. Some of the industries are completely operating based upon the power factor or based upon the voltage. In this, the parameter, if the requirement of the power factor means, for theoretically we are studying for the unity power factor, but the practically we are getting 0.922, 0.99 power factor, 0.99 power factor. And the next one is the municipal load. The municipal load is used for the street light purpose and highways and then roadways, and the drainage purpose, and the supply the municipal water to the consumers. For this purpose, they are used for the municipal load. And irrigation load. In this irrigation load, the load it should be varying for agriculture purpose and so on, etc. Previously, they are connected the load only for 12 hours. The irrigation purpose, they are supply the 12 hours per day, because In industrial consumer, maximum 80% of the industry only working in the daytime. That is the morning 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. to the evening up to 8 p.m. Evening up to the 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. After that, the industrial load maximum 80% are shut down. At the time, we can supply the load to the irrigation load. That is agriculture purpose 12 hours day, but so many problem arises, the agriculture purpose are affecting. At present they are supply the load in the daytime itself, supply the load in the daytime, that is the daytime they are supplied for 8 hours and night time they are supplied for the 4 hours or 2 hours. Because why they are supplying only in the night time is, at present the power generation is less than the power demand. Demand in the sense including the line losses, including the line losses, that is power demand plus line losses. That is the generation is constant, the demand is increasing, the demand is increasing. We need to satisfy for the consumer means, because in industrial consumer they are paying the electricity bill is cost is more, that is the per unit on average they are paying 8 rupees. One unit 1 kWh they are paying 8 kWh, but the irrigation load and then domestic load they are paying on an average 2 rupees to 4 rupees, 2 rupees to 4 rupees. That is the maximum they are paying 4 rupees, minimum they are paying 1 rupee 80 paise to 2 rupee 50 paise or 3 rupee. Now income we are getting the maximum in the industrial consumer. For that purpose, the daytime they are supplied to the load to the industrial consumer, and the night time almost 80% of the industry is shut down. At the time we can supply to the irrigation load. But recently a number of the problem is arises. That's why we are supplied daytime itself. And traction load, that is nothing but tram car, trolley buses, electric train, so on, etc. Here the load is not maintained constant throughout the day. It should be varying. Early morning, 7 o'clock to up to the 9 o'clock. For all the persons going to the office, school, college, so on, etc. Again, after 10 o'clock, the load is comes to the base load. Again, afternoon 12 to 2, the load is increased. Some of the persons they are coming to the home, they are taking food, again go to the office. And evening, after 4 to up to the 10 o'clock, the load is increased. The load is increased. The load is not maintained for the constant. And here also the domestic load throughout the period the load is not maintained for constant. That is morning 4 to or 5 o'clock to up to 8 o'clock the load is increased. Again 12 to 2, evening 4 to 8 p.m. the load is increased. Remaining all the time the load is somewhat less below the base load. In commercial load, in a day 12 hours or 16 hours the load is maintained for constant. In industrial load, always the load maintained for the constant load based upon the industry, that is small and medium and then large scale industry. In municipal load, it is also load is maintained for constant. For street light 12 hours the load is maintained for constant, that is night time. This all the control operated in the substation itself, all the operated in the substation itself. And irrigation load based upon the season. In rainy season the demand is less, but in the summer season the demand is more. And traction load, morning and evening the load is increased, and remaining time the load is maintained for the base load. These are the various types of consumers and various types of loads. It is classified for domestical consumer, commercial, industrial, municipal, irrigation, and then traction load. And again the classification of cost of generation or classification of cost of electrical energy. How they are classified the cost? Generally the cost are classified for three types. One is for fixed cost, semi-fixed cost, another one is the running cost. Fixed cost, semi-fixed cost, running cost. Fixed cost is considered for the initially at the time of erection, that is the land, cost of the land, and heavy equipment, that is turbine, alternator, boiler, so on, etc. This all one time investment is comes under the fixed cost. Again the maintenance cost is there, that is comes under the running cost. That is fixed cost means one time investment, that is all comes under for the fixed cost, that is land, heavy equipment, this all comes under for the fixed cost. And based upon the plant, for thermal power plant the fixed cost is different, for hydroelectric power plant the fixed cost is different, for nuclear power plant the fixed cost is different. For hydroelectric power plant, the cost is increased because we need to construct the dam, reservoir, and so on, etc. The semi-fixed cost means that is varying load. Based upon the load, it is dependent to the generation of the electricity, but fixed cost is independent to the generation of electricity, but the semi-fixed cost is dependent to the generation of electrical energy. Dependent to the generation of electrical energy. Semi-fixed cost means that is nothing but the wages, that is labor we need to pay the semi-fixed cost. For well-trained person or highly educated person, the salary bill is different. For uneducated person, for untrained person, the salary bill is different. And semi-fixed cost is concerned for the year to year, it should be varying. Year to year, it should be varying. That is, we need to pay for the road tax based upon the generation. Based upon the generation. Suppose we are generating the power on an average per year for 4,000 gigawatt hour. 4,000 gigawatt hour. Suppose if we are generating for 4,700 gigawatt hour, automatically the fuel utilization is increased. That is, again, the road tax is increased. Toll charges, road tax is increased, and the salary bill. Suppose on an average, 3 shifts in a industry, that is power generation plant, 3 shifts are there. 3 shifts are there. In 3 shifts, suppose we are generating 400 gigawatts, means no problem. If 4,700 gigawatts means again the labor is required more. Again, if the labor is required means one shift on an average 50 persons or 50 consumers are working. If again the demand is increased means again for 10 customers or 10 labors is more number need to work in the power plant. Again, for these 10 persons we need to pay for the OT. These 10 persons we need to pay the additional salary, that is represent for the OT. Again, the cost is increased, that is comes under for the semi-fixed cost. In fixed cost, the cost that is transmission line erection and distribution line erection, this all comes under for the fixed cost. And running cost is dependent to the power generation and dependent to the number of units generated. Dependent to the number of units generated. The running cost means suddenly the load is increased. Suppose at present the load is only 420 megawatt, 420 megawatt, but the peak load is 450 or 480 megawatt, 450 or 480 megawatt. The daily on an average we are getting only 420 megawatt. Suddenly this 420 to 450 megawatt means the fuel consumption is increased. That is considered for the running cost. The wages, the salary bill is increased. The salary bill is increased. And suppose the maintenance, due to the heavy rainfall, the transmission line, few of the places, the tree fallen on the conductor. That is, 1 or 2 poles are damaged in the distribution side, or in the transmission side, 1 conductor or 2 conductors broken, insulators are damaged. Again, that maintenance is there. This all comes under for the running cost. This all comes under for the running cost. The costs are classified for 3 types: fixed cost, semi-fixed cost, and then running cost. The fixed cost means it is independent to the generation of electrical power. The semi-fixed cost is dependent to the generation of electrical power, and running cost is independent to the generation of electrical power and dependent to the number of units generated. And dependent to the number of units generated. And a few terms and factors considering in the economic aspects of power generation. The diversity factor is defined as the ratio of sum of individual maximum demand to the maximum demand on the power station. Sum of individual maximum demand to the maximum demand on the power station. Sum of individual maximum demand means that is the consumers connected. Consumers connected. For example, you can take in that the particular area, 10 distribution area is there. 10 distribution area is there. The first distribution area they are connected for the 5 megawatt. The second distribution they are connected for the 15 megawatt. And third area they are connected for the 30 megawatt. 30 megawatt. The third one they are connected for 20 megawatt. And the fourth one they are connected for the 30 megawatt. 30 megawatt. On an average, how much? Total here 20 plus 30 50 plus 20 70. Total 100 megawatt. This is sum of individual maximum demand by maximum demand on the power station. Maximum demand on the power station. Here, this is considered for the connected load. This 15 megawatt on the particular area. Again, 5 megawatt means here connected for 20 consumers or 100 consumer or 50 consumers. For 30 megawatt means some of the industrial consumer and then domestical irrigation. Here, suppose for 15 or 20 consumers are connected. This all considered for the connected load, but actually this much of demand is not available. For peak load also, that is for all the appliances, they are calculated, they are taken the permission from the electricity board, that is they are taken the services. This is nothing but maximum demand, but on an average in that 90% only, that is the maximum demand. Suppose 100 megawatt is there, but we are the demand only for maximum demand is 80 megawatts. That is how much? 100 by 80. That is 10 by 8. But always the diversity factor, the value is greater than the unity. Always the diversity factor, the value is greater than unity. And the next one is effects of load factor and diversity factor on the cost of 1 kWh, cost of power generation. These two parameters, that is load factor and diversity factor, plays a vital role for the fix of the per unit cost. This is plays a major role, an important parameter to fix the per unit cost of electrical energy. If the load factor and diversity factor is increased, means the cost of energy is decreased. And the next one, plant capacity factor. This it is defined as the ratio of actual energy produced by maximum energy that could have been produced. The actual energy produced in the particular power plant by the maximum energy that could have been produced. That is the capacity. Actually, for example, you can take a thermal power plant, already we have discussed. The capacity of the plant is 500 megawatt, but the generation capacity is 480 megawatt. In that, the particular power plant, the demand is 450 megawatt. 450 megawatt. That is the maximum energy that could have been produced. Means how much it should be produced? 480 megawatt. Or you can take the demand 450. Sorry, maximum energy that could have been produced means 480 megawatt. Actual energy produced. This is it should be varying on the day or month or year. On the day, how much? Peak load 450 megawatt. That is 450 by 480 megawatt. That is based upon the we can take for per day or month or year. Another one, the plant use factor. That is the plant use factor is defined as the ratio of actual energy produced to the product of plant capacity and hours of plant has in operation. Suppose actual energy produced, how much that capacity by plant capacity factor into number of hours has been operated. Per day means 24 hours, month means 24 hours. How many days in a month? 30 days. Year means 24 hours. Number of days in a year is 365 days. And utilization factor. This utilization factor is defined as the ratio of maximum demand to the rated capacity. Maximum demand to the rated capacity. But the utilization factor is always less than the unity. Why the value is less than unity means that is the maximum demand in the particular power plant. How much in the maximum demand? 450 megawatt. What is the rated capacity? That is the power generation capacity 480. This 450 megawatt is not constant value every day. Some of the time 450 is there, some of the day 420 or 410 or 390 megawatt or 460 megawatt or 470 megawatt. That is the maximum demand on the power plant based on the demand or based on the season with respect to the rated capacity. Rated capacity is constant throughout the period. It is not dependent for the season. It is not dependent for the season. That is the utilization factor is always less than unity. Today we are discussed about what is the base load and peak load. What are the various types of consumers or various types of load? That is domestic load, industrial load, irrigation, commercial, and then traction load. And how the cost of the generation is classified: fixed cost, semi-fixed cost, variable cost, and few terms and factors affecting on the economic aspects of the power generation. That is fixed of the cost. That is diversity factor, effect of load factor, and then diversity factor to generation of the electrical energy, plant capacity factor, plant use factor, and then utilization factor. Utilization factor. Up to now, any doubts?